Hello everyone, now let's look at our question 15. In an ascending arithmetic sequence, if you divide by the first term by 2 and multiply the last term by 2. So actually at first we see there is an arithmetic sequence. So we can list arithmetic sequence by A1, A2, A3, and blah 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 to AN. So we can define this one from A1 to AN is just a kind of arithmetic sequence. And from the first sentence, right? If you divide by the first term by 2 and multiply the last term by 2, the average of these numbers increased by 7. And if you multiply the first term by 2 and divide by the last term by 2, the average decreased by 2. It is known that the sum of all the numbers in this arithmetic sequence is 245. So you see, after reading the question, you know there are three important things. The first thing is about the arithmetic sequence, and some change happened about the first number and the last term. And then the most important thing is about the sum. Yeah, right? We know at first it was the sum, and after change, sum changed. Yeah, after the sum changed, also the average also changed. Then do we know how the sum changed? No, we don't know the detailed number, but we know about the average. Yeah, the average is sometimes increased, sometimes decreased. So we know the relationship about what value increased and decreased. So from that, the change of the average, we can now calculate what this sequence is. Okay, so at first the sequence is A1, A2, blah 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 to AN, right? What's the sum? Yeah, the sum is 245. And after that, what's the average? So how we can calculate the average? Yes, of course, use sum to divide by how many numbers do we have. Yeah, we can use sum divided by n to represent. Also, the first change, right? The first term become A1 over 2, and the last term become 2 times AN. And what's the change about sum? Yeah, about sum 245, we plus 1 AN and minus 1 A1 over 2. So how will the average can we calculate? Yeah, also use the sum to divide by the number. So actually it's sum plus AN minus A1 over 2 and divide by n. Okay, so this sum, I use this sum to represent 245 actually. So, what's the next sentence? If you multiply the first term by 2 and divide by the last term by 2, so the sequence will become 2A1, A2, blah 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 to AN over 2. So how will the sum change? Yeah, the sum will change into 245 plus A1 and minus AN over 2. Okay, in this way, how will the average change? So I think I should move me here. Okay. So in this one, what will the average change? Right, you see? Well, I plus A1 and minus AN over 2. So the sum will be plus A1, sum plus A1 minus AN over 2 and divide by n to calculate the average. So do we know how the average change? Right? Yeah, at first from this to this, the average increases by 7. And from the first to the third situation, the average decreases by 2. Okay, here plus 7 and here minus 2. So let's figure out how this 2 and 7 from. You see, I plus 7 means plus here. So which part is actually 7? Yeah, this part, right? I can separate it by sum over n plus AN minus A1 over 2, then over n, right? So which means this part is just 7. And the same as minus 2, which means this part is minus 2. Right? So actually we know some relationship. Now we can do the next step. Yeah, you see. Okay, so remember this picture, right? Yeah, let's figure out. So after that, we can write down one equation to use n to represent an and a1, and an minus a1 over 2 equals to 7n, and a1 minus an over 2 equals to minus 2n. And this one is a kind of parametric equation. So we don't need to calculate the detailed number of an and a1. Actually, you cannot, because actually you don't know some detailed numbers about the common difference and something like that. So actually we can use n to represent an and a1. After that, I tell you how to calculate. So this one I can times 2 on both sides. It will become 2an minus a1 equals to 14n. And the second one will become 2a1 minus an equals to minus 4n. You see, if I want to cancel all the a1, so this one and this one, the equation 1 times 2, it will become 4an minus 2a1 equals to 28n. And use this one, I call it 3, equation 3 plus equation 2. It will become 2a1 and 2a1 will be cancelled. So part is 3an minus an equals to 28 plus minus 4n. So actually it's 24n. So we can know 3an equals to 24n. So an will become 8n. And also we find out an equals to 8n. Can we find out a1 equals to what? Right, put an here, it will become 16. And minus a1 equals to 14n. So a1 equals to 2n. Okay, so here's the result. Yeah, so actually let me show you what's the result. Okay, so the result we have already find a1 equals to 2n and an equals to 8n. And what else can we find out? Yeah, can we use some value to help us to find out n equals to 1? Yeah, we know the sum of the sequence is 2, 4, 5. So have you already learned about something like called Gaussian sum formula? It's the first number plus the n number and times how many number do we have and divide by 2. Here's the sum of arithmetic sequence. So we can use this method, yeah, to calculate the n equals to 7. Actually, it's 2n plus 8n. The first number plus the last number and times how many number do we have? N divided by 2 equals to 245. And to solve this equation, it will become 10n times n equals to 490. So n times n equals to 49. So actually it's asking you n squared equals to 49. So n equals to what? Yeah, of course, n equals to 7. Okay, so we have already calculated n equals to 7. Then we can find out an is just 56. 7 times 8. So for this question, maybe a little hard because you need to know what is the definition of the arithmetic sequence, and after that you can list all the sequence, sum, and average. And to think about why we change the first number, first term and the last term, then the average will change because the first term and the last term will influence the sum. And after that we find out the sum change, then the average will change. And something plus 7 and minus 2, which means the sum will be smaller than before, right? So after that, you can list two. This one is a parametric equation. So list this kind of algebraic equation and solve out a1 equals to 2n and an equals to 8n. And after that, use another relationship, right? We know the sum of all the numbers in this arithmetic sequence is 245. After that, we can find out 10n times n equals to 490, and after that find out n just equals to 7. Okay, here's the solution.